So my name is Crovisier and I'm a multidisciplinary dance artist from Luxembourg. So The Hidden Garden is a performance mixing contemporary dance, physical theatre and also visual arts. It's a piece I've created in 2016 and I toured since then, and this was also today my UK premiere. The piece, The Hidden Garden, is the mysterious place where fantasy is intertwined with reality, and it's for me a piece that talks about the importance to connect back to ourselves and a reflection moment also about our society and the urgency to follow up with what is the demanding society is needing from us. Yeah. I'm super excited to be at Fringe, especially as it's my premiere in the UK, and I feel it's really beautiful also to perform a work many times after another, and I feel like it's a nice way to connect with the local audience, but also to connect with the arts industry and the performing arts industry. It's an interesting notice because, I created the piece and I didn't expect it to be a work that would tour. Like I was really going in a studio and I let my fantasy just go somewhere. And at the end, somehow it worked out. And all these years of performing, and I had a lot of retransmissions to other dancers. It has also been part of final graduation exams in some professional schools or universities, and it's just beautiful to see with the retransmission and the performance through different bodies. Each time it's a new journey, and it's just at the same time really beautiful to see that the essence of the work is still there, like in the beginning. It's always interesting to talk about expectations. For me, I hope they didn't come in with too much expectations, and I hope they were able to connect in the moment and to share this journey with me. So when we talk about expectation, I like to also believe that it's nice to go into performance without having too much expectations. And for me, the most important is that the audience connects with the performance and finds a way also to reflect and be creative and inspired by themselves, and that they're also able to connect with these daily life moments and have a nice journey with me. So first of all, like this was the first evening, so I'm looking forward to go to 12 next performances and make sure it's going to work out. And the next steps are, we continue touring the piece. We have also next season's performances back in Luxembourg, and then some things that are going to be confirmed soon, hopefully. And the idea is also to continue with the idea to retransmit it to as many dancers as possible, because I really like the idea to make a piece be transported by different body, different genders, people with a different and diverse background. And hopefully long life to the Hidden Garden. Of course, the work can develop into different places, it can have different formats, and it can also be retransmitted in form of a workshop with a few participants, working on specific scenes, because it's a lot about transformation, it's a lot about character works. There can be also new characters developed within the proposition, so for sure it's an endless exploration, I would say, and then obviously you have the finished work, the work that keeps growing by itself, but you have always the opportunity to open up and make bodies go through it, because that's what makes and keeps the work alive as well. So the piece is the same, but obviously it's physical theatre. There's a lot of expressionism work and self-expression, and obviously, so the choreography is the same, but already by the body, and every performer, male or female, has his own way of performing and emotions and sensations. So obviously, even though they're, I would say, the same choreographic propositions, obviously they are different just by the body and by the story it's telling. And we also perform it sometimes that it's the female version and the day after the male, and we have often audiences that would come back and watch both. And it's just interesting for me also to see as a female identifying choreographer on other bodies what it does, because there is this side on it as well, and to just see that at the end it becomes very gender fluid, and that our stories are just crossing each other very naturally. Because I've been traveling now for 20 years around the world, this idea to see, okay, I'm going into place, what is their cultural heritage, what is happening there, what is the social-political situation, how are they interacting within the proposition I have created within, you know, my environment and where I come from. And it's really interesting to see how the audience reacts, and in a way how I feel that the work becomes very universal. First, there is no spoken language, maybe a few little words, but there is something I feel many can identify with. And yeah, for example, I recently also performed it in Korea. We also showed it in one of the festivals outside in a big park, in an outdoor festival, and there was maybe 500 people sitting there, also little kids. And it was really interesting how they perceived it, and for some it's also the first contact with contemporary dance, and I feel it's important for me in my mission to make sure it's a work that is emotionally engaging for a larger audience and makes it accessible. I would, of course, like if I feel, for example, like I'm in a moment I'm having a bra on, or the male dancer is topless, and I feel that I'm in a place where maybe this isn't the most appropriate at that moment, I would absolutely be okay, like in the respect towards the culture and environment I go to adapt it based on the costume. If there is also maybe a small moment that feels like also could be too much in a moment, like I would absolutely try to, within staying, of course, in my idea and the concept and the honest and authentic proposition of the work, I would do very closely work with my collaborators and make sure, you know, that we're doing things in the right way.